Hi everybody. Welcome to a new series I'm making. Well, not new, first series of God is in Control, and I'd like to introduce you to Lewis here. Lewis.
I'm Lewis.
He's Lewis. He'll be helping me with a couple videos in this series, and basically what we're going to be talking about in this series is the basics. We are both Christian, and we believe in God, and we believe in what He does for us. And one of those things that He does for us is allow us to be who we are and who He created us to be. And so I just wanted to spend a little couple minutes just talking about, it's okay to be you. The world has its many meanings of who you should be, but you are just as important as anybody else. And to do what you do, nobody else can do what you do. Even though, other people can learn, nobody will do it like you do it. Everybody has their way of doing things, even if there is a set standard or, set steps. And so, take making sandwiches, for instance. Lewis here actually works at Subway, and he makes sandwiches, but no one makes sandwiches like he makes sandwiches. There's no set way, though. In Subway, they tell you kind of what they want on it, but you make it. So, you make it yours. In the end, it's your sandwich. You give away to someone else who happens to tell you kind of things that go in it, but still, you're the one who made it. And I think that is a great way of expressing how God made us. God made us. We ask Him for things, and He blesses us with tons of other stuff, but, He still made us. We're still His. Just like that sandwich, though it's going to someone else, it's still made by Lewis. So that's a great way of looking at it. I think that was great. I just kind of popped in my head. So I hope you like it. But to kind of, celebrate this beginning and new frontier for me and Lewis here, he's got a verse for us. I got one too, but we'll let him go first since he's a guest. And he's gonna tell you this verse and may tell you why he chose it over all the verses in the Bible. And in some cases, it's not just a verse, but it's choosing something that stands out to you, that's a part of you. So go ahead, Lewis.
Okay, my verse is John 13:15. I've given you an example that you should follow. I can guarantee you this truth. Slaves are not superior than their owners, and messengers are not superior to the people who send them. If you understand all of this, you are blessed whenever you follow my example. So the reason that speaks to me is because regardless of who do you think you are, regardless of how much power you think you have, you're just as good as everyone else, regardless of what they think they become or who they think they have become. As in today's society, money dictates who you are, what you can get, and what basically guides you. Your job, this and that. And just knowing that the verse is that you're the same as everyone else, regardless of what job you have, or what you'll ever have. You're the same as the guy next to you.
Well said. Well said. And so mine is Psalms 23. I like Psalms, and I've known it for quite a long time. I've memorized it, but just so that we don't get any stutters, I'm going to read it from my phone so that we get everything through. So, again, it's Psalms 23, and I'm reading from the New King James Version. And it says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He restores my soul. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me on the path of righteousness for His name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." So why I choose this verse for me is because it talks about all the promises that God's given us. For instance, He's our shepherd, He's our leader, He's our Father, He's everything that is above us and that continues to grow above us. He continues to teach us and guide us. Like when He says, He makes me lie down in green pastures. Why would God make us do anything? And really, it's that rest. Sometimes you're being yourself and you get carried away. You need to take a break. Not break from yourself, because that's kind of hard to do. I mean, Lewis has tried it. I mean, look at him. But, a break from things around you every once in a while. And that's not to say to go take a long vacation, but that's to say that, in the mornings when you wake up, maybe take an extra minute or two to say, hey, God, I'm struggling, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, things like that. Talk to Him that way. He will respond to you. And as He continues, as I continue reading it, He continues to talk about how He protects us, how He prepares a table in the presence of our enemies. That's to tell us that He's already defeated them. There's no, He's won the battle. All we have to do is worry about this table that has food on it, if it has food, or whatever else it has on it, because He's already defeated our enemies, which is why He's able to prepare the table before our enemies. So in the Bible there's a battle, and for some reason I'm drawing a blank on where it's at, where they use trumpets to win a war. God has already won the battle. So just be yourself. Don't let the world confuse you or make you chaotic, because no one can do what you do better than you. They may be more skilled at things, but you're still you. And though, say, Lewis making his sandwich versus me making a sandwich, I like to make my sandwiches above and beyond. I don't work at Subway. He does. But I love putting 3 pounds of meat right here, filled of. That's a good sandwich to me, and his sandwiches at work are not that full.
Unless you ask it, and then I don't like you as much.
Yeah, and plus it also costs extra money, just saying, So.
Yeah, and then to close the sandwich is so hard.
Yeah, that's true, and then to wrap it, they have to wrap it and put it in the bag, and that just gets tricky from there. If you ever go to Subway, say thank you to the person making your sandwich.
Especially if you add a lot of vegetables.
Yeah, because, they do go through a lot to make your sandwich just how you want it. So, with that said, we will end it here. I'm glad if you did tune in. If you didn't, it's okay. God still loves you, and we care about your opinions and your feedback on this just as much as anybody else would. And have a blessed day.